Hey everyone, my name is Andrew. I just want to give a brief little intro of myself before I get started on the content here. I'm a U.S. Marine veteran. I got out of the Marine Corps in 2020, right at the height of pandemic lockdowns, and I was not happy to see the effect that the whole pandemic and everything that surrounded it had on small businesses. Um, so me doing what I do is a direct result of that. I started a business called Sovereign SEO. And basically my objective is to help small businesses connect to more customers and get back to winning because I know it's been a tough few years. Um, so to that end, what I want to talk to you guys about today is how you can improve your online presence, like I said, to connect more customers and grow your business. So the few things I want to go over today, the first one of those is website content. So one thing that I noticed is I went to you guys' web page here, and I did notice that you guys have location pages up here, which is awesome because it allows you to target specific locations to target for specific location keywords. And a reason that's important is over here, I just pulled up Glendale just as an example. We could pull up any locale in the valley and we'd have the same. But generally, when people search um, for services, roofing, they'll say, their locale and then roofing. So Mesa Roofing, Glendale Roofing, roofing companies, Glendale AZ, these are the different keywords that people search for. As you can see, Glendale Roofing gets about 150 that's what this means, search volume. So this gets searched on Google about 150 times a month. This gets searched 150 times a month. And as you can see, all of these really start to add up, especially when you factor in different keywords around the valley, Mesa, Tempe, Phoenix, Gilbert, Chandler. The traffic volume really adds up to potentially thousands of users a month that we could be driving to your page by implementing some of these strategies that I'm about to talk about. And obviously, the traffic's important because if we're getting 1,000 people on your webpage every month, that would probably convert to 10, 20, 30 leads, which are great leads who are, just ready to pull the trigger on a service. So to that end, let's get a little bit back into what I was talking about, content. So one thing that I did want to highlight about these is that, let's see, I was looking at the Queen Creek one. On these pages, it could help to actually mention these particular keywords more in your text. So what you want to be saying is things like, okay, well, what's most searched for here? Glendale Roofing, so probably something similar with Queen Creek Roofing, or roofers in Queen Creek. That sort of thing you want to kind of lace into the text as naturally as you can. So updating some of this text to really highlight those keywords is what you really want to get out of this page. And again, it's great that you have this page, the location pages, many of them that you do, because then you can specify one set of location keywords for each page and have customers land right there. It's way easier than trying to get all of these different locations into one homepage. So this is something that I recommend to a lot of different businesses, and it's awesome that you guys already have it. Just optimizing that content to include those buyer intent keywords would be very helpful to get each one of these pages ranking for the keywords that you want. To that point, some of the some of the competitors for you guys, I went ahead and pulled up an example, a Scottsdale roof. Like, this is a Scottsdale example. I know we've talked about a few different locales here in this video, but I pulled up some of your different location competitors. This one primarily being Scottsdale, and so I pulled up Irish Roofing Company. They're the first ranked, and then we got a lot of directories here. So the next one that's actually a business is Scott Roofing Co. So I went in here, and actually these guys don't have quite as many buyer intent keywords as I would have expected for somebody in the first page, but I'm about to show you why. It's because they actually have other things that are backing up their page. But these guys are a better example of having location-based keywords all over their page. As you can see, we're talking about Scottsdale. The first thing they say is roof repair Scottsdale. Let's see. I know there's some other ones here. So roofing contractor in Arizona, there's another location-based keyword. Expert Arizona roofing contractor. So like I was talking about, lacing these buyer intent keywords throughout the text can be really helpful. So the next thing I want to get to on that note is backlinks. Backlinks are something that basically just, it's a link back to your page on a different site. So and this is actually what you guys' backlink profile looks like right now, which is it's pretty solid. This is a lot of backlinks. 1.4K driving back to your site from 91 distinct different websites that are all pointing back to you guys. So that is awesome. As you can see, this is Irish Roofing Company who was first ranked for that Scottsdale keyword, and they actually have less than you guys. The one thing I want to highlight here is numbers are not the only important thing when it comes to backlinks. They're very different quality of backlinks, and also the source matters a lot too. Like, let's say if you guys had a backlink from like I don't know, like a coffee shop web page, it would not be as relevant to Google as if you had a backlink from another roofing website or like a roofing supplied store or something like that. Related domains carry a lot more weight when it comes to ranking your page. So that's likely how these guys are ranking at the top without having more backlinks and without having more authoritative content on their page. They likely have really strong relevant domains that are basically telling Google, hey, these guys need to be ranked at the top of Scottsdale roofing companies. And same deal with Scott Roofing Co. Although they also just have a lot of volume. 3,000 backlinks is pretty significant. And one other thing I wanted to look at while we were here too is the keywords you guys are ranking for. So you guys are ranking for Capstone Roofing at position number 4. It's awesome. You want to rank for your business name. Some other things that we would want to get higher rankings in is, again, like I was saying, these location-based keywords. You are ranking for some location-based keywords with skylight installation, and you're on the first page for this one, which is awesome. But the rest of these, you're on page 2 or 3, and the likelihood of being found by a buyer on page 2 or 3 is very small. So what we would want to do is definitely get some of these roof repair, roofing companies, with a locale onto the first page for you guys, and that would get a lot more eyes on your site. The last thing I wanted to go over with you guys is in this search, this right here is what we call the Google Maps, or the map pack. And what drives the power here is actually different than what drives it for these sites down here. So it does happen to be Irish Roofing Company, the same site that's ranked at the top here is ranked down here. But it's actually a different mechanism that Google uses to rank in the map pack. So what's important when it comes to ranking in the map pack is something called a citation. A citation is just anywhere that your business name, address, and phone number appear online. So generally that's in a directory like the Better Business Bureau, Yellow Pages, Yelp. These different directories are citations mentioning your business information. So the way that you beat these guys and the way that you get your company listed here is you go in, you figure out which citations they have, and then you get your business citations in those same directories. And then you go out and you get some different ones that they don't have too, so that you're not just staying even, you're actually staying ahead. So to summarize, the 3 things that are most important when it comes to outranking your competition are authoritative content, meaning that you are adding the right keywords to your content. Backlinks, which means you are getting references to your domain from other domains, and that it's a relevant domain. And oftentimes, too, that it actually is relevant text. Sometimes you can have anchor text that's words, but a backlink, underlying those words to your page. And it really helps if the anchor text is your keywords for a lot of those. And then lastly, adding citations so that you guys can come up more visible here in the map pack. And doing the culmination of doing all those three things would mean that you guys end up getting a lot more views by customers, which would translate into a lot more leads and hopefully a lot more work, and and more customers. So thank you for taking the time to listen to this info. If you have any feedback for me, or if you would like to if you'd like to learn more about working with me, I'd obviously love to work with you guys. And you can reach me either via the email address that I'm sending this from, which is andrew@sovereignseo.agency, or you can get me on the phone at 623-276-6859. Thank you so much for your time.